till the hours of 12 p.m. Or Central African time. Is glad to be in your company, and we are coming to live from Johannesburg in South Africa, at Auckland Park, by the South African Broadcasting Centre at the SABC. We are live on the following platforms: on SABC Plus app, that you just have to press and look for for Channel Africa on SABC Plus app, on DSTV channel 802, as well as OpenView HD channel 628. Join us live on streaming at www.channelafrica.co.za. That is exactly our stream where you can able to catch us from. Well, let's stay connected and join the conversation on Twitter on Channel Africa 1, Facebook at Channel Africa, on Instagram at Channel Africa, TikTok at Channel Africa 1, WhatsApp. It's that plus number +2763 406 9126 +2763 406 9126. So let me tell you exactly what's going to be coming up on the show. It's going to be very interesting. I'm really looking forward to it, because there's very, very exciting conversations that we're going to have. We also going to talk about I spoke when I spoke to Ntsako earlier. We spoke about the how to decorate our homes, and I was saying to her, I have a gramophone at home, so we'll speak to an interior designer about that, who will tell us more. How can we use like an old furniture to able to design our homes? Health and wellness, about alcohol, guys. But 40% from 43 to 40%. Yes, we understand it's all about, we need to make sure that we are quite healthy. So Department of Agriculture is busy amending those regulations. Vibe check, we discuss the issue of a future of African hospitality. I'm also looking forward to that. Nokwazi Ntuli is our artist of the week, as well as we get to wrap it off with a beautiful we'll talk to have got some celebrity news, so hottest celebrity news. So you can expect that's what's coming up on the show. It is exactly 9 minutes after 9 o'clock Central African time. Good morning to you. You're in the company of Javulani Nkolele until 12 on Out and About.
Mornings made better with Peter and Asanda on Rise and Shine, weekdays 6 till 9.
Malawians go to the polls next week in a high-stakes general election where citizens will choose a new president and 229 members of parliament. And this comes 5 years after the country's 2019 election was annulled by the Constitutional Court due to widespread irregularities in a landmark decision that overturned the victory of the then President Peter Mutharika.
I'm not saying we're a perfect government. No, nobody is. I mean, we've seen even South Africa facing challenges with the fuel that's going up and with whatever challenges. But you know what? When you are dealing with an IMF policy that says do not employ so many people because you are going to become a welfare government and all of that. And Dr. Chakwera said I've got high numbers of unemployment. As a government that is answerable to Malawians, we have found IMF policies wanting on many issues. We believe the people who pay us taxes to put us in our positions, we owe them employment at the minimum.
That's Dr. Jesse Kwabila, who's the Minister of Higher Education in Malawi.
Mornings made better with Peter and Asanda on Rise and Shine. Heritage Month is a time to remember where we come from and celebrate where we are going. Channel Africa. Catch us on DSTV channel 802.
They suffer, they also for the street. I can scatter everything on the legit. As encourage enjoyment, you talk say he dey kill. Under fire, the person where they be for. gather you. Grace and blessings cover you. You see this life, make money, chop money, enjoy yourself. Problems don't they finish you. If you want know the coco, you go make you a loco. Plenty blessings, plenty they follow. Sure you think say I don't know, don't be today. I remember Sakma used be they play. I've been this over the house for the street. I could scatter everything on the legit. I see correct enjoyment, you talk say it a kilo. Under fire, the person where they people. I've been this over the house for the street. I could scatter everything on the legit. I see correct enjoyment, you talk say it a kilo. Under fire, the person where they people.
About with Puleng Molebatsi. Are you fluent in French, Chinyanja, Portuguese, and Kiswahili? Are you passionate about radio? And are you looking to work in South Africa? Do you have papers that qualify you to work in South Africa? In that case, we might have an opportunity for you to work for Channel Africa. Send us your CV and demo at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Remember, if you don't hear from us within 14 days, it means you have not made it or you have not been selected. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Download the SABC app and take Channel Africa with you everywhere you go.
Look at my baby, body gon' make you go crazy. Spawn on, spawn on. Bad thing, I need it. The way you shake it, baby, done with it. Spawn on, spawn on.
Yeah. Pull up in the photo. I'm lover. I took her to the store. She want the Louis V's, I'm on La Pondo. Yeah. Pull up in the photo. I'm lover. I took her to the store. She want the Louis V's, I'm on La Pondo.
You already know the vibes. It's a lot of clickbait, salt and spice. Diamonds in the face, I shine, you shine. Made a lot of mistakes, gave me time. When I lost faith, you would say it's fine. They cannot touch what God designed. Go ahead, crush, so proud you mine. This is real love, it's right or die. Touch me, squeeze me, make me believe in myself is fly. When I was at my weakest, you sparked this fire. God sent you to give me juice and ice. Perfect combination, suit and tie. Angel, halo, seen you in my dreams in porcelain white. Main thing you taught me was don't reply. You already gave them my extra life.
Tonight, look at my baby, body gon' make you go crazy. Spawn on, spawn on. Bad thing, I need it. The way you shake it, baby, done with it. Spawn on, spawn on. Spawn on.
Now with me, now my spawn on. Scotch impilo yensokolo. Mfuna ukuhamba nawe mina masponono. Scotch impilo yensokolo. City private locations, Plumeso 2. Go to Shisi Jet, flight 42, passport Gulu Ink, Amatatu. Funa City private locations, Plumeso 2. Go to Shisi Jet, flight 42, passport Amatatu. Tunchi.
Spawn on. Spawn on. Spawn on. gon' make you go crazy. Spawn on, spawn on. Bad thing, I need it. The way you shake it, baby, done with it. Spawn on, spawn on, spawn on.
It's 19 minutes after the hours of 9 o'clock Central African time. Music from AKA on this one, teaming up with Baby Sun 031 Chopper. It's called Sponono right here at Out and About. My name is Javulani Nkolele. Thank you so much for tuning in to Out and About. We're with you until the hours of 12 o'clock Central African time. It's glad to be right here with you as well. Coming up a bit later as well on the show, I'm really looking forward to it as well. And I told you that, guys, I really can't wait. We'll speak to Julia from Jules Interior as well. That's our interview for today. You know, I'm really looking forward to exactly do that. From a Jules Interior says, how can we uniquely decorate your homes? You know, it's the things that we need to exactly do. How can you make sure that you decorate your home? Imagine you've got like an old piece furniture that you have, and you feel that I can safely say use that. And how do I exactly use that creatively? Because sometimes we need to, it doesn't mean that when we've got old stuff around our homes, we feel like, no, man, let's just throw them away. No, we're not supposed to exactly do that. We're not supposed to exactly throw them away. What we need to exactly do is to check them out and see where we can exactly place them. You know, you might have an old piece of furniture. How then do you uniquely making sure that you exactly it's looking better? You know, it's looking amazing. You know, we need to exactly do that. And I think that's what you exactly need to exactly do. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We a bit later as well, we'll exactly explore into that diversity as well a bit later as well. It is 21 minutes after 9 Central African time. Welcome to Out and About, and it's good to have you right here. And thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful morning.
Africa, voici Abedi.
Oui, c'est moi.
Abedi est un passionné de musique dans l'âme. Il a un goût pour toutes sortes de musique et passe ses journées à écouter Channel Africa.
J'aime beaucoup la musique africaine.
Ok. Devinez quoi? Channel Africa veut aider Abedi et les mélomanes du monde entier à découvrir encore plus de musique incroyable. C'est pourquoi Channel Africa appelle les artistes africains à soumettre leur musique. Chers artistes, n'oubliez pas de nous fournir toutes vos informations pertinentes à l'email adresse musique@channelafrica.co.za. Les soumissions sont votre chance d'être entendues, mais elles ne garantissent pas une playlist. Toutes les soumissions seront soigneusement examinées pour voir si elles répondent aux exigences de notre station. Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
Tune in and turn up the volume. This is Channel Africa.
Ay, ay, ay.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
Greatness Republic. DJ Neptune, hit me.
Oroma, Cinderella from Puerto Rico. You carry go pay fine face like Cabino. And as I see your waist, baby, I swear I say Ale, Aje, you're more than now. You must go on my girl, you sweet like gelato. Oh, and you know, see your face today, I feel like to see you tomorrow. And if you drop my gelato, oh, you gon' know. Baby, come my place tonight, no go do me, Ojoro, Isabella. Joma Pamina, I don't call Uber, but I be carry Okada. Mayania, don't like Pahala. Don't want to pick her, but she want Gucci designer. Isabella. Joma Pamina. With your back way soft like pillow, fire down like Ronaldinho. Ju, touch my body, Ukuluku. I dey your dog, Kuku. Angelina, Ju. Girl, you sweet like gelato, oh, and you know. See your face today, I feel like to see you tomorrow. And if you drop my gelato, oh, you gon' know. Baby, come my place tonight, no go do me, Ojoro, Isabella. Joma Pamina, I don't call Uber, but I be carry Okada. Mayania, don't like Bahala. Don't want to pick her, but she want Gucci designer. Isabella. Joma Pamina.
Jo.
Mayania.
Hey.
She want Gucci designer. Isabella.
Greatness.
Joma Pamina.
DJ Neptune. Badass.
She want Gucci designer.
Sounds of Neptune.
No fairy tales, just the facts and the music you love on Channel Africa.
This one I better do with the jabata. Me, I no get time, I did da. Dada cover my face, calling me la bada. Biggie man, we know they wear abada. Tell me, my nigga, what's it gon' G-Wagon, all depend. The girl them, ride the whip. I no feet, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it gon' be? G-Wagon, all depend. The girl them, ride the whip. I no feet, die for nothing. Make you no say anything when you do, they must commend it. I can't come and keep myself. So anything when you do, I they try to do on my way. I can't come and keep myself. Plenty so far we face. Just to make sure money day. But my people can go say I know one buy, I know one die, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, my nigga, what's it gon' G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the girl them, ride the whip, I no feet, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it gon' be? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the girl them, ride the with me, I no feet, Different things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows, I'm juggling. Flow like the ocean, my boat, I'm paddling. Sharashina Pella, that's my bro, my family. Frozen trace. When it comes to money, I did concentrate. Make I tell you straight, you are not my mate. If you become the head of state. But my people then go say, I know one buy, I know one die, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, my nigga, what's it gonna be? G-Wagon, all depend. They tell them, ride the whip, I know feet, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it gonna be? G-Wagon, all depend. They get it, ride the whip, I know feet, die for nothing.
It's a 9:33 Central African time. Music from the one and only, the king of Afrobeat. His name is Burna Boy. It's called Yeah. Loving the music as always. We are with you until the hours of 12. The name of the show is Out and About. Looking forward to Jules Interior. We'll be having a chat in a short while as well. I'm really looking forward to that. That's the conversation that we're going to have exactly in a short while. Is to taking old furniture and recycling it and finding up ways how to exactly making sure that it looks amazing and fantastic. It's something I'm really looking forward to it. And as well as after 10 as well, we have interesting stuff interesting stuff that we'll be exactly sharing with you a bit later. So it should be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to exactly spending some great time with you. And in a short while, in about less than a couple of minutes from now on, we will exactly be talking about interiors, how to make sure that we become so innovative, with that old couch. Are you gonna make sure that you take it up and then they fix it up, or what is it that you're gonna do if you've got the old couch? Do you really just want to throw it away? Because sometimes we don't have to throw it away. It's to take it up, get someone to fix it. You bring it back. You bring life into it. It's how you do it creatively. You've got an old table. You're gonna get a carpenter to come in and sort it out. They know what exactly do. They know what to exactly fix at home. Because trust me and you are not really special. We don't have that specialty when it comes to that. But we're gonna get someone who will really help us. To say please help us. Help us on that. 9:35 Central African time. Good morning and welcome to Out and About.
Explore the continent, one story at a time. It's Out and About with Puleng, Saturdays 9 till noon on Channel Africa.
Monday you like this, mukunu bulini sama holbi, sama khelni layli. Dima topoto, dima waxtanal bama nelaw. Jappe ma kone dima yetu, shiri boy na la tin sama lana. Duma lo vox ma yivem ni ci way mu. Ma possessive no buma firang, ak love ma am ci yow. Kafu ma rew ma bakken bi de la ci tek xale de ñu gaaw. Ci dëru lañu ne kenn ñu ñettel. Man duma surchargé di awa di ñaaral xamuma ñettel man. Ñun duñu surchargé. Fii ñu jaar ba yegg si fii tey. Kenn du ko mës a fàtte teraanga yi nga ma defal. Magene kanila, muno machida, tayo makatu. possessive no buma firang. I love you my auntie. Kafu mareu ma bakende de la chite khale de noga. Derula na kendi nyete. Mandu masir sarje di awadi nyarel khamu manyete man. Mandu nyosir sarje. Fi ñu jaar ba yeti fi tay. Kendu komo safate teranga inga monde bal. Aduna yepa ko sede.
Africa. It's time to plug into the heartbeat of the continent. Tune in to Channel Africa, your go-to radio station that broadcasts in 5 different languages.
L'Afrique du Sud célèbre la journée nationale du
Kabla hujaitwa kwa jina la Double K or more of our forests have been destroyed.
Partido Africano da Independência da Guiné.
Channel Africa represents every corner of this amazing land. From Lagos to Cape Town, Nairobi to Dakar, we've got you covered with the freshest news, music, and cultures. So, turn up the volume, feel the rhythm. And join the conversation. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
It is 9:40 Central African Time. Very good morning to you. My name is Javulani. I'm glad to be in your company. We are talking to Julia from Joel's Interior about how we can uniquely decorate our homes without reaching for the Pinterest boards, which end up requiring us to spend large amounts of money only for us to end with homes that look the same. Also to be assisting us to say that, dishing out couple of tips. How we can upcycle our existing furniture pieces to fit today's style. Julia, a very good morning to you and welcome to Channel Africa on Out and About.
Good morning. How are you?
No, we are super. We are fantastic. We can't really complain. Let's just get in. I've just been thinking and I was looking forward to this amazing conversation that myself and you are going to have today.
Nice.
Many people get their designs ideas from sites like Pinterest, which can sometimes lead to homes that look the same. I mean, as an interior designer yourself, how do you guide clients to discover their own unique style rather than just copying a trend that they saw online?
I mean, that's a very common problem that we have right now. But usually as an interior designer, I really start by listening to the client, right? By doing so, you need to understand the client's DNA, really what they like, what they don't like, where they come from, what are the kind of things that they want into their space. How big is the space? Will the pieces that they put into the space work with the colors that they want to really put into their space? So I'd ask daily routines, like favorite memories. What are those pictures? What does that look like? Do they want to have that into their space? Really just emphasize on a design language which really combines timeless elements, which will be your materials. What kind of materials would they want into their space? Do they have pets? How do you incorporate that? So you'll usually find apartments which obviously all look the same, but how to make that different and really personalize to your own style is just by adding your DNA, what you really like. It could be pieces, it could be an antique piece, it could be a piece from your great-grandparents, which you really want to add into the space. So that really creates a different vibe and it defines how your space really just will look like ultimately.
Yeah, you just spoke about the antique piece. I mean, for someone who just found that great old furniture, I mean, how do they figure out what is it that they must do about it? What are those key elements of the piece, like its shape, material, history, that they should look to consider before deciding on a new look?
Look, so antique pieces are quite tricky. So people tend on to bite on to what more than what they can chew. So someone will buy a lot of pieces thinking they want to upcycle all of them, but really just stick to small pieces like a side table, like maybe perhaps like a bookshelf. If you work with a side table, you can really just sand it down, and maybe if you want to paint it, you can paint it. This is really just 2 steps. Instead of taking something or like an ottoman or like an occasional chair, you can just take that and reupholster it instead of buying something that will have you want to change the chair, the legs or the backing of it or the seating of it. So most mistakes people do is biting off more what they can chew. So buy something small that you know you're going to sand down and stain or paint, and then work from then onwards. Build up that confidence from those small pieces that you get.
So I can like get like an old table. I mean, I've got an old table at home, so sort of I can sort of a carpenter to exactly assist me in terms of how to really make it look, you know, much better.
Yeah. You can get a carpenter, but also sometimes people prefer doing things themselves, and also some people work on a budget.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if you've got a side table that you wanna reuse, buy sandpaper, get a stain, and then that's it, done. Or get paint and paint it down. You know. I think that's what a carpenter would then do. So, DIYs usually come from antique pieces, reupholstered pieces. So do it yourself.
And how big is the trend of upcycling? I mean, I also want to find out, like, is it more people, are they really doing it, or it's just that, you know, people are just, but how big is it, you know? Is there a lot of uptake, you know? That's what I'm trying to say.
Really, I think it depends on your personality and really where we are as a community in the design space, right? So there are people who genuinely like to reupholster and buy secondhand things. There are people who enjoy thrifting, and they will have those pieces as well as they are within their spaces. And there are just people who just love newness, who love the modern, and really don't want to go through the admin of reupholstering furniture. So, and in terms of where we are in the design space as a country or as a continent, I mean, with South Africans, there are people who really do upholster pieces. But from my experience, I mean, I've traveled to Amsterdam, where I believe that there's a lot of nice antique pieces which people usually reupholster. So I think that's one of the countries where people really love antique pieces and hone into really just reupholstering furniture and secondhand. They also sell. They have a lot of secondhand shops. So I think within South Africa, we need to get into that a little bit more. I think it'll help us in growing the economy and really just repurposing furniture.
And one thing I like about it, when you upholster something, it's also quite cheap as well. So it's not like you were talking about to say we don't have to really spend like an arm and a leg, you know, for me to go and get like a new ottoman, you know. I don't have to go, or a new couch. I don't have to. If I do have an old one, which I still can go and take it in to someone, you know, it can still look good, you know.
Yeah, 100%. So it is quite cheap, but you then also need to, it requires a lot of time.
Yes.
Because there are shops that buy antique pieces and sell them for an arm and a leg because of the authenticity of it, right? So, but then you then need to find the time to actually go out and look for these second-hand shops or really just source it out. There are people who have garage sales. They have those antique pieces that, I mean, they don't want any more in their spaces. So it requires a lot of, it is cheap to do, but it requires a lot of time, which people don't have.
But I mean, don't you think that the second-hand shops will sort of take advantage of that? Because, and I've realized that whenever you go and look for something that's like quite, you know, and it's got an, you know, that, bit of like an old material and or antique, it's for me, it just becomes more expensive where, you know, people take advantage of that. Isn't it?
Yeah, people do definitely do take advantage of that. They really do. You are correct in that saying that.
And in terms of this, so talk us through about a common mistake that people make when they're trying upcycling for the first time, and what's your advice in terms of fixing it?
Yeah, I think I did mention this in the beginning. So common mistakes that people make is that they buy big pieces. They buy pieces that require a lot of work. So then reworking that object or that piece then would, at the end, it would look like I should have just bought a new one. You understand? So really just start by buying something small, like a pedestal, like I said, like a couch, an ottoman. That's something you can really work on easily, because you can just buy furniture, you can just buy sponge and reupholster the piece. There's certain tools that you should, if you're really a DIY person, there's certain tools that just always should have, that you really don't have to go and buy new tools to actually reupholster or rework a certain piece of furniture, you know. So I think that's one of my biggest thing. It's really just buying pieces that are just going to overwhelm you, which I don't think people should do. Start small and then just build up from then onward.
Yeah, you spoke about the tools, which you said, you know, at least have a sandpaper, you know. I mean, what more can we exactly stock up and make sure that we have, you know, like in my toolbox, what exactly, I mean, how will my toolbox exactly look like? Surely I should have a screwdriver, you know, I should have a hammer. I mean, what are the things that I exactly have inside? Because, you know, but also, you know, my worry is, do you know how to use it? That's my worry. It's like, you know, and I mean, if I'm not that great in terms of using it, I can have an amazing toolbox, but you find that I don't know how to use it, you know. I mean, what is it that can I have inside my toolbox?
Look, I think besides knowing how to use all the things in the toolbox, I think it's important for every household to have. It's like having a, what do you call this thing? A first aid kit. I mean, not everyone is trained on a first aid kit, but when push comes to shove, you'll get it right, you know. So I think the basic things that you would have inside a hand tool, the screwdriver, hammer, utility knife, sandpaper, a drill. I mean, if something falls apart, you can literally just go on YouTube quickly, see how to use a drill. It doesn't have to be a big industrial drill. Something small, handy. There are also screwdrivers which are electrical. You don't have to buy different types of screwdrivers. You just buy an electrical one if you're a lady living alone, those type of things. So you can have gloves. Definitely gloves are very important. Masks, really just drop cloths, things that you would need to have in your space, like I said, like a first aid kit, you know. So I definitely believe that every household needs something like that within their spaces.
My guest this morning is Julia, who's an interior designer. Julia, who's currently talking to us in terms of how we can exactly innovate your home. How can we exactly, if you've got like a piece of exactly an old furniture, how you can exactly do that to make sure that your home literally looks like, you know, more, you know, sort of like, you know, when you come in, you kind of like feel like wow. But I mean, how do I deal about it? I mean, also, is it do you Julia, do you still have to like sort of have an agreement with your partner as well? You know, on that front. I mean, it's like me. I guess I'll have to speak to Madame about it. How exactly? But I mean, the issue is, are we agreeing or not agreeing, or our taste is different? Because if I like really antique stuff, and she's like, no, but I really like what new stuff. How we can make sure that we reach each other there? Especially, I mean, yourself as an interior designer, how do you make sure, how do you get those type of situations around?
Look, there is a way to create a balance between modern and old, right? So usually if you move into an apartment, it is modern, standard. That's how it is. So that's what she would like, obviously. It's definitely her look and feel is done. But for you, that's not it. You want to add more pieces. So it's definitely, you don't want to overwhelm the space. So maybe you want to have an old antique clock that would be in the space. It's something that she can, I mean, try and live with, because they both blend between modern and antique and old and vintage. You don't want to overwhelm the space as well. So just put a few pieces here and there. You can have a clock, you can have an occasional chair, a recliner one that's vintage but reupholstered with a nice cowhide. That's how you then break the old into the new. They've got these arm recliner chairs that look old, but then take that, remove the old material, add a nice cowhide, add a velvety touch to it, change the legs into a nice modern rounded wood legs, So those type of things, you can reupholster to, what do we call this? You can reupholster to really just blend in the old and the new, and then it really just looks like a different piece that you obviously can never get anywhere. It's like a statement piece, rather. So yeah, I think that's one of the ways you can do it.
You spoke about that you probably travel a lot to Amsterdam, and there are secondhand shops as well. Are we seeing that trend continuing? I mean, here is it really or the take up is just very slow? I mean, in South Africa or in the continent of Africa? Yeah.
Definitely the take-up is very slow. Like I said, people love new, everything new. And it's a very, very few people who actually love antique and love a different style of things and of furniture. And, well, like I said, with Amsterdam, everything is the buildings, they've got a lot of second-hand shops. And really people buy into that. People love that, And within SA, I haven't seen a lot of that. It is also not because there are not designers who actually do that, but I think it's really just the people wanting the new, the modern. It's a very, very few people that really love antique pieces and upcycled pieces. So we will get there, but it then requires a few risks, So people buy into what they see. So in hotels, you get a lot of upcycled, a lot of antique-looking hotels, which will be like a cute boutique hotel. People love going to that, but I don't think some people would want that into their space, So, yeah, it's just that. But we will get there within time.
Julia, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it. That was Julia from Jules Interior, who's an interior design. You are still tuned into Channel Africa on www.channelafrica.co.za. On DSTV, we are on channel 802, as well as OpenView HD channel 628. And that brings us to the end of the first hour of Out and About. Please continue to engage with us on our social media pages, Facebook, on Channel Africa, on Instagram and X as well, Channel Africa 1, TikTok, Channel Africa 1. Also send us that WhatsApp number if you really want to chat to us on a +2 763 406 9126, +2 763 406 9126. In a short while, we get on to the latest news update. We'll tell you what's coming up exactly at 10 o'clock on top of the hour this morning. Good morning.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Oh, I'm in a big mood. Call I feel you. Something wake up cool in my body. Tell me what you do. I'm in a big mood. Call I feel you. Something wake up cool in my body. Tell me what you do. Make we go December. But some liquor they do me jet. Get something sweet to put on my head, I swear. Now you the cool my stress, so yeah. Make we go December. But some liquor they do me jet. Get something sweet to put on my head, I swear. Now you the cool my stress, so yeah.
I'm in a big mood. Girl, I dey feel you. I know say I love cause passing money, but I still want you. I'm in a big mood. Girl, I dey want you. Now only you if you cool on my body, nobody but you. fit tell me to leave my baby, oh. Bend every night if it on to baby, oh. Me and you, when you wake up, girl, you splashing on me, oh. Girl, look like sweat all on me, oh. Like the design, you be dripping on me, oh. Maybe that's why I don't feel it, yeah.
Oh, I'm in a big mood. Call I feel you. Something wake up cool in my body. Tell me what you do. I'm in a big mood. Call I feel you. Something wake up cool in my body. Tell me what you do. Make we go December. But some liquor they do me jet. Get something sweet to put on my head. That's why. Now you the cool in my stress. So yeah. Make we go December. But some liquor they do me jet. Get something sweet to put on my head. That's why. Now you the cool in my stress. So yeah.
Baby girl, you know. When the money done the show, send a star boy, big whiz, big daddy enter the show. We know they mind person, no more, we just come, yeah, mind our own. I'll bum a walk, but I'm a bum a low. I'm like 20 standard, yo. We know they mind person, we not gonna keep us, yo. Baby girl, we go day no solo. Nobody fit tell me to leave my baby, yo. Bend every night if it on to baby, yo. Me and you, when you wake up, girl, you splashing on me, yo. Girl, look like sweat all on me, yo. Like the design, you be dripping on me, yo. Maybe that's why I don't feel it, yeah.
Oh, I'm in a big mood. Call I feel you.
You are listening to Out and About on a beautiful Saturday morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Music from Wizkid is exactly bringing the mood, man. I can imagine we're bringing that mood in the morning. Hey, we're just bringing that mood. Looking forward to the second hour as well, coming up in a short while. It's time for the latest news update. Here's Matapelo bringing you what is happening in and around your world. Good morning.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Thank you, Jabu. Top stories this hour. 11 U.S. detained Ghanaian deportees sue government, and Russia appeals Malaysia Airlines flight MH17. Good morning. 11 people detained in Ghana after being deported from the U.S. have sued the West African nation's government. Their lawyer, Oliver Barker Fomawo, said the detainees had not violated any Ghanaian law and their detention in a military camp was therefore illegal. He wanted the government to produce the group in court and justify why they were being held against their will. The government has not yet commented on the lawsuit but has previously said it plans to accept another 40 deportees under an agreement reached with the U.S. Opposition MPs are demanding the immediate suspension of the deportation deal until Parliament ratifies it, saying it was required under Ghanaian law. And local activists and residents say the drone strike on a mosque in Sudan's Darfur region has now killed at least 78 people. The previous figure stood at 40. The attack in Al Shafir city is being blamed on the paramilitary rapid support forces. The BBC's Barbara Plett-Asher reports.
Residents said the drone struck the mosque during dawn prayers. Video posted online shows some bodies lying amidst the rubble of a destroyed building, others on the ground covered with blankets. The BBC is working to verify the footage. A statement by activists from an emergency response group said local leaders were among the dead, including the head of administration for the Abu Shuk camp for displaced people. Reports say Abu Shuk came under fierce attack during an RSF advance this week. The paramilitaries have also entered the main base of armed groups that are allied to the Sudanese military. It's considered to be a critical line of defense.
Hawkers from Mozambique who frequently cross the border to buy goods in South Africa are accusing the security cluster at the Limbombo border post in Mpumalanga of extortion. They say this happens even when they submit all required documents to border officials. They claim that they are continuously harassed by the police at the border gate demanding money. One of the hawkers who wanted to remain anonymous for safety reasons say they are always forced to pay money.
But now we are getting scared because we have to hide the money from the thieves, and we have to hide the money from the police, which doesn't make sense. Police are the people who they're supposed to give us security with our money, with our properties. But when we are live at the Libomba border, it's not happening that. We have not, when you say a police coming to you, you start getting scared. Because you know, either he will take your money or he's going to harass you in terms of cash.
And at least 10 people have died and 25 others were injured after a fire broke out in a high-rise building in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital. The victims were commercial workers who were trapped inside the Afriland Towers building, which is host to most commercial companies and organizations in the city. In a statement, the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency says the fire started in the basement of the building where electrical equipment was installed. The agency said it suspects the cause of fire was poor maintenance and inadequate ventilation in the inverter battery area, which caused overheating and combustion. Onto this now, the International Court of Justice has received an appeal from Russia after the United Nations Aviation Authority ruled in May that Moscow was responsible for the drowning of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 11 years ago. The court's decision paves the way for victims' families to claim compensation. The BBC's Anna Holligan has this report.
In its appeal to the ICJ, Moscow accused the council of accepting only one side's arguments and ignoring its own. The UN Aviation Authority's decision followed the conclusion in 2016 by a Dutch-led international investigation that the Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur airliner had been shot down. It said pro-Russian rebels in Ukrainian territory had used a surface-to-air missile system delivered from Moscow. President Putin has denied any involvement in the MH17 air disaster.
A recap of your top story. 11 U.S. detained Ghanaian deportees sue government claiming illegal detention in a military camp. Opposition MPs demand immediate suspension of deportations deal until Parliament ratifies it. For any news stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Matapela Mahape.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Such a welcome to the second hour of the show. Thank you so much, Matapela Mahapi, with your latest news update. Will give us the final one at 11 o'clock this morning to tell us what is happening in and around your world. You are still tuned in and out and about with me, Javulani Nkolele, all the way until exactly the hours of 12 Central African time. Well, coming up this hour is our health and wellness feature, followed by what we do. We call it the vibe check as well. That's going to be coming up a bit later. We will be talking about Wheel Well, an exciting and impactful road safety initiative, and that promotes awareness through free learning resources and community workshop. As Transport Month approaches, we highlight the importance of road safety education, especially for families and vulnerable road users. Will Well's work directly supports safer roads and informed communities. We'll speak to Peggy Mars, who's the founder of Will Well, who will be joining us in the line in a short while, just to find out more. I want us to talk more about road safety, because it's a big thing, and especially when how well you see accidents that are currently happening, on the roads. What is the safety? What is it? Are we learning something? What is it that we must do for us to able to avoid this type of accidents that are currently causing it's just a carnage in our roads? Because sometimes you always hear this, and I know that the United Nations have got a goal to say that we need to exactly reduce fatalities in our roads. And then how then do we reduce then? Is it through education? Is it what support are we exactly gonna do that? And I'll tell you what, just for free, it starts at a very young age, where you talk about safety education. You need to start at a very, very young age. It's not something that we have to wait. It's something that we need to start introducing into our schools. System. That's how you will be able to exactly do it. Because once you do that, when these young adults or these young ones, they grow into teenagers, go into an adult, they grow up knowing and understanding and having that awareness about it. But if it doesn't really happen, it's a problem. So we can't always be doing it. But it starts small, it starts when they're younger, and then whenever they grow. So then, so I think that's our focus for today, and I'm really looking forward to exactly to that conversation. I tell you what, we are live on DSTV channel 802, OpenView HD channel 628, also on the internet live streaming on www.channelafrica.co.za. Coming to live from Johannesburg in South Africa at Auckland Park by the South African Broadcasting Center at the SABC. That's where we are. Our headquarters are. On Twitter, we are on Channel Africa 1. Facebook at Channel Africa. Instagram at Channel Africa 1. TikTok, we are on Channel Africa 1. That WhatsApp number, please feel free to get in touch with us on +27 63 406 9126. That's +27 63 406 9126. I'm really looking forward for me and you engaging, basically, so that for us to exactly chat more. It is exactly 10 minutes or 9 minutes after 10 o'clock Central African time, and when we come back, we will still continue talking about the conversation that's going to be coming up in a very, very short while. I'm really looking forward to that, as always, right here on Out and About. Good morning.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Ukatili wa kijinsia unaharibu maisha na kutenga jamii. Hutokea nyumbani, shuleni, kazini na mara nyingi kwa ukimya. Lakini hauwezi kuendelea. Ukiona, ongea. Ikiwa unaumia, funguka, kwa sababu kutofanya lolote sio chaguo. Sikiliza vituo vyote 19 vya redio kuanzia Jumatano ya tarehe 23 Julai kwenye mijadala, ushauri, tamthilia, maonyesho ya elimu na mahojiano na wataalamu, manusura, watunga sheria na nchi nzima iliyoathirika na ukatili wa kijinsia kwenye vituo vyako pendwa vya redio. Piga simu 0800 428 ili kuripoti unyanyasaji au kupata msaada. GBV, ikomeshwe na wewe. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwenu na shirika la SABC.
Start your day right with Channel Africa Breakfast.
That smells delicious.
Live, 5 days a week.
But I don't really know you that well.
I really wanna kiss you in the face, baby. And maybe every other place, baby. You be like, say I don't remember, say I don't really know you that well. Hey, hey.
We can go there if
I
want to, but me, I don't know.
Oh no.
Why I think I love you when I don't really know you that well.
Hey, hey.
We can go there if
I
want to, but me, I don't know.
Oh no.
Why I think I love you
when I don't really know you that well. I'm too polite to insult your intelligence. Why do I believe that we have met? Maybe not in this life. Time's frozen for a second, so I'm thinking tonight. We break the ice, or better still, we can set it aside. Temporarily, my temperature is telling me that you got me so hot. Stop, girl, there is no remedy. But you don't know me well enough to reply. And I don't really know you that well. It's funny, you have something in your teeth, but would you try to stop me if I wanna take it out? Cause you don't know me properly. Girl, I think you're lovely, but you turn this bad boy into a busybody. I see you're too busy for me. Or maybe I'm just busy for me. Will you call me when you're ready for me? It's crazy, baby, how I don't care at all. Then I don't really know you that well.
I really wanna tell you how my day went.
How my day went.
Really want to spend the weekend. I for sure you this thing I'm feeling.
Oh yeah, but I don't really know you that well.
I really wanna kiss you in the face, baby. And maybe every other place, baby. It be like say I don't remember, say I
don't really know you that well. We can go there if I want to, but me I don't know why I think I love you when I don't really know you that well. We can go there if I want to, but me I don't know why I think I love you when I don't really know you that well.
So you be my controller. See me see this parola. I just wanna come home to you. Spend every night telling bad jokes to you. Be my boyfriend, I'll be up in my boyfriend jeans. Have a baby with my boyfriend jeans. If you want my boyfriend, I'll be up in my boyfriend dreams. But I don't really know you that well. I wanna go with you, do this life with you, ride or die for you. But I don't really know you that well. I really wanna tell you how my day went.
How my day went.
Really want to spend the weekend. I for sure you this thing I'm feeling.
Oh yeah, but I don't really know you that well.
I really wanna kiss you in the face,
baby.
And maybe every other place, baby. It be like say I don't remember, say I don't really know you that well.
We can go there if
I
want to, but me I don't know why I think I love you when I don't really know you that well. We can go there if
I
want to, but me I don't know why I think I love you when I don't really know you that well. I don't really know. But you knew that.
Start your day right with Channel Africa Breakfast.
That smells delicious.
Live, 5 days a week.
You don't know.
It's a song about it.
Love is a drug and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up and handle business. Love is a drug and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up and handle business.
Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now. Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now. Put me to work all day, put me to work all night. Nobody can do it better, make me feel alright. Anything you wanna do, I'm down with you. Anytime, any day, Omo, I go show face. Cause you're sweeter than honey. Baby, you deserve a trophy. This kind of thing go make me marry you. Long as you no treat me corny. Give me love, oh, give me love, oh, give me love. Give me love, oh, give me love, oh, give me love. Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now.
Right now.
Give me love, oh, baby, give me, make her calm down. Give me love, oh, cause I really need it right now.
Love is a drug and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up and handle business. Love is a drug and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up and handle business. Love is a drug and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up and handle business. Love is a drug and I'm addicted.
should let me love you. And when you fall in, say, me go catch you. I know your friends don't want me around you. They know nothing, they don't understand you. My baby now my banana multi elevate. And when she there with me, I concentrate. That's why I tell them other guys to wait.
Baby, one yo. Waiting you give no money can buy. Even if una jara, I go throw away. Baby, one yo. Waiting you give no money can buy. Even if una jara, I go throw away. Give me love, oh. Baby, give me make her calm down. Give me love, oh. Cause I really need it right now. Give me love, oh. Baby, give me make her calm down. Give me love, oh. Cause I really need it right now.
Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business. Your love is a drug, and I'm addicted. Pull up, show up, and handle business.
It's 19 minutes after 10 o'clock Central African time. Welcome to Out and About. My name is Javulani Nkolele. Thank you so much for joining us. Music from Sey, Give Me Love on this one, teaming up with Around Town. Loving it. Such a beautiful music for you in the morning. Well, we're not talking about music. It's time for that health and wellness. Welcome to the second hour of the show. And coming up in this, right now, we've got an exciting and impactful road safety initiative that promotes awareness through free learning resources and community workshop. As Transport Month approaches, we highlight the importance of road safety education, especially for families and vulnerable road users. Will Well's work directly supports safer roads and informed communities. Peggy Matz, founder of Will, join us and we say good morning. Hello, Peggy.
Morning, good morning. How are you all?
We are all good. We can't really complain. Thank you so much for joining us on Out and About, man. Take us through.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Could you start by telling us about the inspiration behind founding Will Well and what you saw as the most critical gaps in road safety education in South Africa?
Certainly. Back in 2012, a colleague of mine in Cape Town did a car seat collection, and she had a huge response from Gauteng and needed somebody to run with it. And I said, yeah, I'll do this, rushing in where angels fear to tread. And the response from Gauteng was amazing. And with that, I realized that there is a huge information gap on how to keep children safe on South African roads. At the time, 5,100 children died on our roads in that year, in 2012, and it is unacceptable. It didn't make the news. Nobody spoke about it. There's no information available to parents on how to keep their children safe, whether it is as a passenger in the car or whether it is as a pedestrian. 68% of our children walk to school. And they have to share roads with huge trucks and other cars, and they are very, very vulnerable. And I also found that there was a lack of understanding as to why children specifically need different protection than an adult does. And that has been our focus ever since. Road deaths are the leading cause of external death for our youth through all ages, in fact, up to the age of 35. And what the sad thing is, Javulani, is that these deaths are preventable. We can do something about it. And by merely talking, by planting seeds, by raising awareness, by making people think about it, we're already bringing about huge change. And that is why I'm so grateful that we're talking this morning.
And so take me through that. I mean, you said about 5,000. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. So what is it that government is doing about it? I mean, I know that there's a goal regarding the UN, but let's start there. What is it the government that's doing about it regarding road safety? Because my concern is about our children.
Yes, our children is our main concern. And quite frankly, our government is not doing nearly enough. They can do so much more if they understand the issues involving specifically children in road safety. So Javulani, let us understand that first. Children are smaller in stature than adults are. Sorry, please excuse my parrot. He thinks he's part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Children are smaller in stature.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
He's an activist parrot.
Yeah.
So children are smaller in stature, meaning that in a normal sedan vehicle driving, you will not see children in between the vehicles.
Yeah.
So children, the child is crossing, you will not see children once they pass in front of the car. Secondly, their bodies are far more vulnerable than that of an adult. Then back to the stature thing. A child if you look at the bumper of a normal sedan, that bumper is at the height of a child's vital signs, and it's at the height of an adult's legs. Big difference when it comes to a pedestrian collision. But also because children's development over time needs to happen. You know, when children are born, they have zero ability to assess risk. They simply do not know what is dangerous. And that ability is only fully formed at the age of 25. So putting children in a dangerous situation and they cannot assess that danger is troublesome.
Yeah.
You know, it shouldn't be. And then expecting children to take responsibility of their own safety in that very situation is also not the right thing to do. So understanding that, knowing that, we know that children are exceptionally vulnerable within a vehicle during a crash. The seatbelts in the vehicle is designed for an adult, not for a child. I compare it to shoes. You know, your shoes does not fit your 4-year-old child. They need to grow into it still. The same goes for a seatbelt. They need to grow into it. So until they are tall enough to ride with the seatbelt, they need to be an appropriate car seat.
Yeah.
And
No, so excuse me, Peg. I've seen where, you know, sometimes you're in a car, right? And it's so heartbreaking, and I'll tell you why. Because you find that they're sitting with kids, right? And you've got, it's like, let's take it like an SUV. You've got an SUV and you are carrying a child in front, or a child is standing, you know. My worry is that the impact, you know, if anything can happen, the impact, it's huge. And when you try and call those you try and do some activism in the road, you become like a bad person, you know. And what do we do in those type of situations? Because for me, it saddens me, you know. It really saddens me because you know, and especially if you've got parents who are doing that, how do we make sure that we keep those types so that it doesn't happen?
It is difficult, Javulani, because there's two reasons people are not using car seats. The first one is they're not aware of the safety that it gives your child. So that child standing between seats, they stand there because they don't fit on the seat. Children will sit where their knees bend comfortably over the edge of the seat. That means a small child will sit forward on the vehicle seat and the seatbelt cannot fit them. They also want to see what is going on. It's normal. But you're putting your child in a very, very dangerous situation. Crash force is calculated by velocity times mass. In simple terms, that means your weight times the speed that you're driving at. So your 6-year-old weighing maybe 20 kilograms and you're driving at 100 k's an hour on the highway, a reasonable speed. But during a crash, your child will take on 2,000 kilograms. And that is the weight that they smash into the dashboard with. That little body is not designed to deal with those kinds of forces. That is why we put children in car seats. That is why we use our seat belts. So it's very important. The other thing that's a barrier to car seat usage is affordability.
Yes.
Car seats are expensive. There's a 30%, there's a 20% import tax on all car seats imported from China, plus a 15% VAT. So 35% of that car seats cost goes to the state. And that is where the government can do something. You know, nobody is making car seats in South Africa anymore. Used to, but not anymore. So they're not protecting an industry with these tariffs. They are penalizing parents. So if there's a very powerful thing the government wants to do to help parents with car seats, take away the import duty, take away the VAT. Immediately there will be 5% reduction in the cost of car seats. Secondly, we run our Car Seats for Kids campaign.
Yes.
Now, the premises of this campaign is that a car seat can keep more than one child safe over a period of time if that seat is well looked after. So we ask parents to donate their used car seats to us. What we will do is we first of all check that car seat for safety, because the very duty of that car seat is to protect a child during a crash.
Yeah.
It is not to show other parents that you're being a good parent. That is not what it is. It's about safety during a crash. Then we will clean that seat thoroughly. We take everything off, everything gets cleaned, everything gets put together again. And then those seats are available to parents for a donation that they can afford. No amount prescribed. So to date, we've handed out nearly 12,000 car seats. 12,000. That's and you know what, Javulani, what is amazing? Those seats are donated to us. People give it to us freely so that another child from a less fortunate family can be safe. And what I can say, since 2012, child road deaths have been reduced to 1,200 and something. I don't have the exact amount. So it has come down by 77%. And I don't say it is all our work and we are absolutely the best. It is shining the spotlight on, you know, opening, letting the light in on an issue. That is where the power lies. So yeah.
So is that the campaigns that you are also running, or do you have more campaigns that you are also doing? I also really want you to touch more on we'll touch on the campaigns. I also want you to touch more on the road safety education, to say, you know, we also, because sometimes kids they help a lot, especially when it comes to parents, and say no, but you have to put me in a car seat. They will insist, you know. I mean, can't we start that safety education in primary education? Because those are the areas, because, you know, some things, they happen because we don't really deal with them at an early stage. We let them grow. They sort of become cancerous in our system.
Now, Javulani, teaching children road safety is extremely important. But remember what I said earlier, they don't have that capacity to assess risk yet. We need to back up what we teach them with adult supervision, with other things to help them, like scholar patrol, a safe crossing by the school where children can cross over, a safe space where transport can drop off kids. You know, all of those things need to work together. So it is absolutely imperative that we teach road safety to children. And the RTMC has introduced road safety into the life orientation curriculum. So it is now being taught at school. It is amazing. It is wonderful. But it has to be backed up with other interventions as well. Could you expect that little 6-year-old to walk to school safely by him or herself? Is too much to ask of that child. There needs to be other things in place as well. So what I suggest is that every school already has a safety officer. And to train that person to be a road safety officer as well, you know, is not a leap too far. Or anybody else in the community who wants to take up that position. And we do have the training available for that. You know, what is a road safety officer? What would be your duties? Because sometimes at the gate of the school, all that is required is an adult to supervise, to calm things down, to point out to kids, you know, shoveling and carrying on there in front of the school where there's also vehicles driving, just to calm things down, keep it keep it disciplined, and so on. And then, of course, there's many other things that you can do. You know, you said earlier that you get shouted at when you approach parents with a message about car seat safety. So what we have done, and we found that ourselves, I mean, people have shouted serious abuse at me for telling them that their child is unsafe. So let us spin that around. We have created posters that are available on our website. They're downloadable and printable. So put up posters at your preschool on car seats. There's quite a few to choose from. Put it up at your creche, put it up at the clinic where parents go, so that it becomes a positive way to reach people with the information. Because once somebody knows something, you can't unknow it. You know. So that is a wonderful way that parents and anybody who wants to help spread the message can do that. And of course, talk about it. Talk about it to parents. Talk about it to everybody like we do now. Now, other projects we have is our Halo Beanie project. This is a project specifically for our little pedestrians.
Yes.
Visibility is the major issue on why children get hit by vehicles. It's because the drivers don't see them. A person driving 60 kilometers per hour down a road covers 30 meters per second. So if there's a child walking to school in the dark, in a dark school uniform, the driver don't see them.
Yeah.
And the child stands no chance. So if you give that child visibility, then you change the dynamics immediately. But what you also change is that suddenly the drivers are clear, oh my goodness gracious me, there's children walking to school on this road. I've never realized it. So it has that magic as well. So what the Halo Beanie is, it's a knitted beanie, knitted by gogos in the community for the children in the community, and it has visibility yarn incorporated into the wool. That is the same reflective gear that you see on workwear that men wear. You know, it's got the bands on the arms and across the legs to make them on their blue overalls. It is that very same material, but a very thin little ribbon that we knit and crochet into the beanie. And that then gives visibility to the child because the light of the headlight reflects on that back to the driver. So instead of seeing a child maybe at 30 meters in the dark, you can now see a child at up to 180 meters, giving a driver much more time to react and respond to seeing children on the side of the road. And how these beanies work is that we put a pack together in a beautiful calico bag with enough material in to knit 100 beanies. And a pack like that cost 3,000 rand.
Wow.
So for 30 rand, a beanie can be knitted for a child, and that child is safe walking to school. And you're giving a child warmth, a bright, happy beanie to wear on the winter. Because dangerous times for pedestrians are, of course, in the morning when it is still dark and everybody is coming to work, but also late afternoons and over the weekends. Beanie is something that a child will wear. It is not something that they will take off when they play around and when they get busy. So that is why we decided on beanies, and also because this way we bring in the community. You know, the gogos that we have knitting the beanies, they absolutely love it because they feel they're still contributing to the community. And then they are the ones that police the kids as well, you know, pointing out, hey, I knitted you a beanie, why are you not wearing it? Put it on when you walk in the suburb. Because I know what it looks like in informal and lower income communities. I've been there often enough to know that there are no safe sidewalks, that the roads are full of potholes and construction projects that's never finished, etc., etc., etc. So let us equip our kids with something that gives them visibility, and that is our Halo beanies. When it comes to children in school,
I just wanted to come in there because I wanted to ask you, the Transport Month. What is your involvement, Peggy, regarding the Transport Month approaching in October? in South Africa. And also I wanted to alert you on something, is that if you look at schools, you spoke about safety officers, especially, I mean, in the area where, I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa, in the area where, when you look at schools have got safety officers, and you can tell that they really take road safety education. There's about 2 or 3 people supervising there. Talk to us about your involvement on Transport Month, your foundation.
Thank you. A Transport Month is very, very important because it's a month that we focus sharply on all the different types of transport available in South Africa. And what we do, we are busy now with a huge car seat collection through a company called Pegparego. It's a distributor of car seats here in South Africa, to collect as many car seats as we can so that we can clean them and hand them out during Transport Month. And we will, of course, do car seat handouts as well. And at these handouts, we don't just give a parent a car seat, because the magic is not just in that. We show them how to use this car seat. We show them how to install it, answer all their questions, and make sure that they can use this car seat confidently, because in using the car seat correctly, that is where the safety lies. And I just want to touch on our children in school transport as well. There we have a serious issue with our children's school transport. Just recently, there was a minibus taxi that drove into a creche in Pietermaritzburg. And if you go onto the web, you see these crashes happen at least once a week, where there's a minibus taxi involved in a crash and children get injured. I saw one where the taxi just drove off the embankment down to a river, and then the driver runs away. So what the problem is with children in school transport is that we have a regulation in the National Road Traffic Act that address the loading of children in vehicles. And in that regulation, it states that children under the age of 3 don't count. What this means, that for the amount of person that vehicle is certified to carry, children under 3 don't count. Preschoolers, children between 3 and 6 years old, 2 children will count as a person. And from 6 to 14, 3 kids will count as 2 people. So you can legally allow more kids in a taxi than there are seats and seatbelts available. And to me, that is a huge problem. If it is a 13-seater vehicle, let there be 13 people sit on seats. I am aware of the implications of this. Again, what I ask our government is that we have a serious look at this law, because it looks at capacity and not at children as individuals who need our safety and security. And all the children are seen as is mass that is loaded on a vehicle, and children are much, much more than that. I don't want to live in a world where a parent kisses their child goodbye in the morning off to school, and the next time they see them, they have to identify that little body in a morgue. No parent should ever go through that. We need to prioritize our children. Here in South Africa, we have basic human rights and a constitution that puts serious emphasis on the safety of children. We have the Children's Act that says the safety and well-being of children is first and foremost consideration when we think of everything. Yet, when it comes to the regulations regulating the transport of our children, it falls flat.
Peggy?
So it is something. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We can, trust me and you can talk for a whole day about road safety.
Absolutely.
I think thank you so much for coming through.
You are so welcome.
We appreciate it so much. Thank you. That's Peggy Mas, who's a founder of Will Well, and you are still tuned into Out and About with myself, Javulani Nkolele, on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. It is 10:42 Central African Time. When we return, we've got some very interesting stuff that's coming up. Good morning.
Got something to say? Are you passionate about issues that matter? Do you have a voice that deserves to be heard? Well, we've got the perfect platform for you. Call in or drop us a WhatsApp on +27 63 406 9126 and we will call you back so you could have your say and be part of the conversation.
30 years of age. I just turned 30 on the 15th of November. So yeah, that's who I am, you know.
It's not just talk, it's your chance to air your views, share your opinion, engage with a community that values your perspective. Follow us on our social media. Visit our website at www.channelafrica.co.za and get ready to share your views on Channel Africa, the African perspective. Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
Tell umoya kubantwana bakho njengokuba wenzile nakimi unomono akayeka unomono akayeka
unimeta fuminimeta ilimeta motometa. Shout out to my family and my man, them. To the ones where they sing my song and the ones that dance along. From Lagos, Nigeria, down to South Africa. With the big, I want them in bachelor. No wahala, I get the money for Waza. On my prayers, I go celebrate and dance. Yeah,
Channel 628.
Problem in all the finish. Make you try to enjoy. While in all the finish. Make you try to enjoy. Se kata kata uru no the finish. Make you try to enjoy. Problem in all the finish. Make you try to enjoy. Make you dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. Make you dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. Dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. You see this side, I cannot kill myself. I just want to live my life, if I'm judging. I don't like like bad. Find trouble. I don't like a salad. So far my money the double. As my money the pile up, it make me happy, happy. As my money the pile up, it sweet my butt, problem in all the finish. We can try to enjoy. But I in all the finish. We can try to enjoy. Sekata kata uru no the finish. We can try to enjoy. Problem in all the finish. So we can try to enjoy. We could dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. We could dance like Luala. Yeah, Luala. We dance like Luala.
Just the music you love on Channel Africa.
Them they look you all eyes on me like a Tupac yo. I keep them Balenciaga, Richard Mille, a too bad yo. I know they for your chit chat yo. Carry your matter they go TikTok yo. My gentle days on go. I know they look back yo.
I can safely say this is the best of the piano music. It's Casey. It's called Usha Piano. Loving it on Out and About. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Javulani Nkolele. Glad to be with you until the hours of 12. Well, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it as always. Now, coming up just exactly after 11 o'clock as well, we have a very, very interesting conversation about tourism. I mean, being at, September known for tourism month in South Africa, another theme of tourism and sustainable information. So we'll really be delving on that regarding tourism aspects as well. So if you really want to know about the continent as well, in terms of what other business models, what other projects that are currently happening, the major events that are also exactly happening as well, and then the role that technology and innovation in driving both profitability and sustainability within the hospitality sector. Those are the things that we need to look into as well, because I'm for jobs, guys. I'm sorry. I think we need to get, it's all about jobs. Jobs are very important. We need to talk about how do people, when there's an increase of tourism, when we make our country or in the continent, any place, whether you go to Tanzania, whether you go to Malawi, whether you go to Cairo, whether you go to, and I know most people love visiting Egypt as well. Now, if you go into those places, or whether you go to Timbuktu, into the markets and seeing what they exactly do, what jobs are we creating? Because at the end of the day, it's all about sustainability. So the sustainability that we are talking about, it's about jobs. We need to make sure that jobs are there. We need to make sure that there's profitability. People need to come back more. Now, once we've created the jobs, we must make sure that we ensure that there's security as well. So security, I'm talking about things that our tourists don't get to be marked or don't get to be hijacked. We need to make sure that that process is there. So it's really a big one per se. And what I mean about the big one, it involves a lot. It involves a lot. It involves the security cluster. It involves government must also come into, so that they are able to assist. So that's the story that we're going to be focusing on coming up in the third and final hour. I enjoyed the conversation with Peggy, about say road safety, about children's safety, especially when it comes to cars. Because we don't really love to discipline our kids. We let them stand while the car is moving. The impact on that accident, it can take your children's lives away. So we need to make sure that if you can afford to buy a car seat, do. If not, wait. But Peggy is talking about that there's been a massive decline as well, and I think we need to continue on that aspect about the decline. It is 5 minutes to go before the hours of 11 o'clock or 10:55 Central African time. When we come back, we'll also be getting into the latest news update. Matt Tapelo Mahape will be giving us that. That's going to be the final bulletin of this morning.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
It's the best of the music. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Out and About. Javulani Nkolele is in the building, and music from Cairo there. Beautiful stuff for you. We're loving it. It's time for the latest news update. Here's Matapelo telling you what's happening in and around your world.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Thank you, Jabu. Top stories this hour. Mauritius Central Bank, a shake-up, and Israeli military continues to bomb Gaza City. Good morning. Mauritius Prime Minister Navin Ramgoolam has asked the central bank governor Ramasathan to step down and will appoint a new governor and a second deputy governor on Monday. And 11 people detained in Ghana after being deported from the U.S. have sued the West African nation's government. Their lawyer, Oliver Barker-Vamamo, has said the deportees had not violated any Ghanaian law and their detention in a military camp was therefore illegal. He wanted the government to produce the group in court and justify why they were being held against their will. The government has not yet commented on the lawsuit and has previously said that it plans to accept another 40 deportees under an agreement reached with the U.S. Opposition MPs are demanding the immediate suspension of the deportations deal until Parliament ratifies it, saying it was required under Ghanaian law. Local activists and residents say the drone strike on a mosque in Sudan's Darfur region has now killed at least 78 people. The previous figure stood at 40. The attack in Al Shafir city is being blamed on the paramilitary rapid support forces. The BBC's Barbara Plett-Asha reports.
Residents said the drone struck the mosque during dawn prayers. Video posted online shows some bodies lying amidst the rubble of a destroyed building, others on the ground covered with blankets. The BBC is working to verify the footage. A statement by activists from an emergency response group said local leaders were among the dead, including the head of administration for the Abu Shuk camp for displaced people. Reports say Abu Shuk came under fierce attack during an RSF advance this week. The paramilitaries have also entered the main base of armed groups that are allied to the Sudanese military. It's considered to be a critical line of defense.
And hawkers from Mozambique who frequently cross the border to buy goods in South Africa are accusing the security cluster at the Limbombo border post in Mpumalanga of extortion. They say this happens even when they submit all required documents to border officials. They are continuously being harassed by the police at the border gate demanding money. One of the hawkers who wanted to remain anonymous for safety reasons says they are always forced to pay money.
But now we are getting scared because we have to hide the money from the thieves, and we have to hide the money from the police, which doesn't make sense. Police are the people who they're supposed to give us security with our money, with our properties. But when we arrive at the Libomba border, it's not happening that. We have not, when you see a police coming to you, you start getting scared because you know either he will take your money or he's going to harass you in terms of cash.
An Israeli military is continuing to pound Gaza City as a part of its ground offensive that it says is aimed at destroying Hamas' last remaining stronghold. The IDF has warned it would use what is called unprecedented force in its assault on the territory's largest urban area. Residents have described relentless bombing. The BBC's John Sudworth has the details.
Hundreds of thousands of people leaving in the past few days, and it is of course no easy choice. The cost of leaving is prohibitive. Wartime prices, the inflation means many people simply can't afford the transportation needed to carry the vital goods they want to bring with them for shelter and survival. But most crucially, there is the concern that when they reach this small area in the south of the Gaza Strip that the Israeli authorities have designated a humanitarian zone, there is no space. There's a shortage of water and a shortage of food.
A recap of your top story. Mauritius Prime Minister Navin Ramgoolam has asked the central bank governor Ramasathan to step down and will appoint a new governor and a second deputy governor on Monday. For any news stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Mantapela Mahape.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
It's 6 minutes after 11 o'clock Central African time. Thank you so much, Matapelo, telling us what is happening in and around your world. We shall catch you the next bulletin. That's going to be tomorrow, 6 a.m. Central African time. Right now, though, you are with me until the hours of 12. We are all welcome to the third and final hour of Out and About. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you. Let me tell you this as well. We are coming to you live from Johannesburg in South Africa at Auckland Park by the South African Broadcasting Center at the SABC. We are live on SABC Plus app. All you need to do, just look for that Channel Africa, because hey, Sabaningi, we are many there. About 19 radios, I think about 22 radio stations. Yes, we do have even a pop-up radio station, but look for Channel Africa towards the end there. You'll see us there. Look for Channel Africa on SABC Plus app with our own streaming. Now on channelafrica.co.za, you can also catch us there. On DSTV, we are live on channel 802. That's the OpenView HD. OpenView HD. We are on channel 628. That's where you can exactly find us from. Let me tell you on some other areas where we can exactly make sure that we stay connected. That should be on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at Channel Africa 1. Right? That's Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Channel Africa 1. Facebook, we are live exactly looking us at Channel Africa on WhatsApp +27 63406 9126 +27 63406 9126. What's coming up on the third and final hour? Well, we spoke about the tourism month being September, Heritage Month for us in South Africa, and coupled that as a tourism month as well. So we have a very interesting conversation, which will be looking into the future of tourism. What role do you see technology and innovation plays driving profitability and sustainability within the hospitality sector? Very well, back in the days, you had to drive or you had to call the hotel for you to go in and stay somewhere. Nowadays it's very simple. With a lot of apps that are available on our phones, you've got the likes of Airbnb, so there's a whole lot of things that are really making it easy, for you to be able exactly decide that I want to go on that vacation, right? Where I want to go on holiday. I really want to go on that holiday, taking up my family. Nowadays, it's not like back in the days. It's very, very easy as well. And I had someone was saying the other time you don't have to travel if you can afford to go to the coast. If you can afford to travel, drive further, but also look within the local place where you are. Very important, because sometimes you don't have to go further. There are places. I was looking at one hotel, which I won't mention the name. Now, for when you go there, if you go there with your partner for a night, you're looking to spend about 1,000. That including bed that includes a bed and breakfast, right? That's what you're looking at that. So so the cost of traveling, guys, we don't have to really travel further as well. Also a bit later as well, our artist of the week, we will talk to Duduze Ngobe from Inkabe Records as well. We'll be talking to him just to finding more about his music career, where it all started, advice can give as well. We'll talk a bit more. So there's a whole lot of more that's exactly coming up. Now, our first guest is exactly on standby right here on Out and About. When we come back, we're exactly delving straight into that interview. It is 10 minutes after 11 o'clock Central African time. Good morning.
Hi there. Do you want to elevate your business and give it a voice in South Africa and Africa as a whole? Well, in that case, let Channel Africa make this a possibility. Channel Africa is willing to advertise your business for as little as 30,000 rands or $1,719.18. To get access to these great rates, send all requests to mukwenata@SABC. That's MOKOENATA@SABC. Channel Africa, the African perspective. The Midnight Snack, 12 to 3 a.m.
Our fitness coach, her name is Yvonne Dimakato Pasha. How to remain consistent with gyms, Dima, and I'm going to put you on the spot right now. As we are talking, I will send you my picture and I want you to tell me what you think I should work on. Because, you know, when I look at myself, Dima, I think I'm very handsome. I'm so good looking, like, oh my goodness. Like here at Channel Africa where I work, I think I'm one of the most good looking people ever. Like sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I never get used to how good I look. I'm just amazing.
You're okay with the way you're looking. You wish people could and now you want to put me on the spot.
Do I need gym?
Yeah. I mean, if you can just consider eating healthy, cutting down a few foodstuffs such as junk.
The Midnight Snack, every Monday, 12 to 3 a.m. with Chanduko Ligege. Start your day right with Channel Africa Breakfast.
That smells delicious.
Live, 5 days a week.
Okay, 12 minutes after 11 o'clock Central African time. Thank you so much for joining us on Out and About on such a beautiful day. Yes, it's that time of the morning and our favorite feature, I'll call it the Vibe Check. Yes, we do. With South Africa celebrating Tourism Month this September under the theme of tourism and sustainable transformation. The country's travel and hospitality sector is definitely a key focus. This theme directly aligns with Mission of Valor Hospitality Partners, a global leader in hotel management that is making significant investments across the African continent. Yuan is currently Valor's global co-founder and CEO, is currently in South Africa for the prestigious APIs Summit happening this week at the West Inn Hotel, and we have the pleasure of talking to him. And as we say, good morning.
Good morning, Javulani. Just a quick correction there. It's Alan Vantenaar from Valor Hospitality. So I'm the leader of business development for the group across the African continent.
Oh,
but it's a pleasure to be with you this morning.
Oh, no, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. I mean, could you kindly elaborate how Valor's hospitality investment strategy in South Africa aligns with this year's Tourism Month, and sustainable transformation?
Sure. So Valor, just to give your listeners a little bit of context, so I think Valor is a global hospitality management company. That means we typically work alongside owners and developers in managing their hotels for them. We're asset light, so we don't invest in hospitality, but we operate hotels. So that's our core line of business. We're a global company. 100 hotels in our portfolio at the moment. So we're growing. I think one of the key themes that we've seen now coming out of API is, the potential in the tourism sector across the continent. If you look at stats from the WTTC, we're looking at the sector growing to about $300 billion by 2033, which is incredible. I mean, that's somewhere in the region of, I think it's 13 million new jobs. Right, so we need to create that capacity. That growth is coming, and we need to create the capacity in the hospitality sector and the tourism sector. So, yeah.
Well,
tons of potential.
Yeah, I just want to understand as well, because I know, the good thing. Thanks for coming in, to South Africa, but I just want to understand why the African continent, especially. I mean, you started in South Africa. Why the African continent? Because in terms of your long-term investment, what is it that you are seeing that we are doing that surely that is right?
Yeah, so there's so much untapped potential, right? I think we've seen globally a lot of markets maturing over decades, and Africa still has a lot of untapped potential. I think in a lot of countries, we've got 54 countries in Africa. It's an incredibly diverse continent, and different countries are on different states of their economic growth, infrastructure, airlift capability, and all of that is growing, and it is now reaching a point of maturity. So we're seeing a lot of new markets being unlocked, a lot of new destinations, and that creates, an environment for growth and expansion in the hospitality sector. So I think those fundamentals are really strong in Africa. Obviously, as with any markets globally, there are cycles. But the nice thing about Africa is because we've got such a diverse and so many different countries, 54. You know, we constantly go through evolution and change, and new opportunities come about on a regular basis.
Yeah. And let's talk about those long-term projects that you are investing on. Are you able to give us an example? You spoke about that Africa has got about 54 countries. You know, I mean, in currently in South Africa, which area where are you investing on those projects?
So we've actually recently signed and announced 5 brand new projects. These are greenfield projects that'll be commencing construction very, very soon.
Yeah.
3 of them are actually in Namibia, so our neighboring country. Seeing a lot of opportunity coming out of Namibia. We've also been expanding into West Africa, which is exciting, in Nigeria and in Senegal. So, I mean, these 5 hotels alone, you're looking at somewhere in the region of 2 billion rand, right? So these are significant developments. In terms of our pipeline, you know, we've got, you know, over 10 projects in the work that are on quite advanced stages. So, you know, some of them are in South Africa, some of them are in East Africa, in the Indian Ocean, in Mauritius, as an example. That's a very big growth market for us as well. So, very diverse, you know, expansion opportunities for us.
I just want to understand, because for me, and earlier when I was just throwing forward to your interview, you know, I spoke about you know, sustainability. We talk about jobs. We talk about profitability. I mean, in the communities. I mean, when you go and sort of build up or erect a structure or a hotel, surely there are jobs that we create which are temporary jobs, and the long term. You know, are you able to give us examples in South Africa? What in what areas have you managed to create long term jobs? Because for me, it's all about sustainability. What jobs are we leaving with the community? You know, if we come with a massive you know, investment.
Yeah, absolutely. So hotels are inherently very long-term investments, right? You're looking at a lifespan of 40 to 50 years before you really sort of need to, you know, rip down the structure and kind of, you know, really spend a lot of money to redo it. So it's a very long-term investment.
Yeah.
And it starts from even before you lay the first brick in the ground, right? There's design, planning, feasibility work that go into it, etc. So the value chain involved with developing a hotel is incredible. Like I said, so it starts off early with conceptualization. Then there's the construction phase where there's obviously jobs created on site. And once the construction teams have left, that's when the operating teams come in and obviously operate the hotel on a long-term basis. So it really creates long-term employment opportunities for Valor specifically. One of the things that's really important to us is our people. So we are a people-first organization. We always say, you know, our corporate culture is a culture wrapped in commerciality, which means our staff are important. The training, the culture that we train our staff in is really important. And because we're a global company, we're able to bring those sort of global standards and localize them on the continent. So that's an incredible advantage. So we're leaving this global legacy and contributing to the legacy of the tourism sector, pulling in that brain power that we've developed over the last decade. Through our international experience. So a lot of that, you know, obviously stays behind. In terms of localization, I mean, that's an incredibly important part for us, right? So where we've seen, you know, a lot of the international brands start to permeate the continent, right? A lot of that is bringing sort of that globalization to the continent, right? It's almost like a copy paste kind of thing that they do. But what we do is, you know, we take what the brands bring and we work alongside the brands, right? So, for example, a brand will bring their sort of global design standards, their distribution system, their loyalty program, which is kind of their Rolodex. And we take all of those tools And we are the sort of heart and the gel that makes that business work around the real estate, because a hotel is bricks and mortar, but it functions as a business. So we get involved early on in terms of design, making sure the hotel is very much localized and retains like a local feel. Our benefit as well is we can manage properties with their sort of own unique name. So, for example, lodges, we don't necessarily want to slap a name on a building if it doesn't require it. There's a lot of great examples in, for example, Cape Town, where some of the best performing hotels in the market retain their own identity. So that's entirely, we're able to do that under Valor, or we can bring in an international brand where it's required. So, for example, with a resort with a large international following, we're able to partner with one of the international brands and harness that distribution system that they have. But a very core fundamental of our business is localization, and it's more than just the building, right? So we actually have a not a sister company, but a division within Valor that's called Savor, and that's a bespoke food and beverage business. So we've actually employed a team of chefs globally, and they've just had their global sort of training and workshop in the UK, which is great. Again, that's that sort of melting pot of international knowledge sharing. So we actually design food and beverage, culinary concepts, bar concepts, all around sort of that local feel. And that's where you're creating that vibe in the hotel, that food and beverage element. You know, it's not guest interests have evolved on the continent. It's not really about selling a room anymore. It's about selling an experience, right? And all of these parts of a hotel, the service, the people, the food and beverage, everything needs to provide an amazing experience to guests. And that's kind of, we've set ourselves up in a way that we can create really truly interesting and unique localized product.
Are we and I guess you might be doing the same. I mean, you said you have a similar concept that you're running in Namibia, where you've got, so are we doing the same? Because, you know, I wanted to ask you about the issue of food, because for me it's very important. You're saying that you're creating an experience, you know. I mean, you say part of your group as well, you do have where you've got chefs. So are we creating the same localization, you know, including distribution, including when we talk about distribution, we talk about, you know, supplying potatoes, we talk about supplying bread, you know, so that is localized basically.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really important, and it's harnessing the local talent, right? That's also important. A hotel is a microcosm of different opportunities, right? When we talk about job creation, it's not just about employing people to, you know, clean a room. It is about sales and marketing. It is managerial positions. It is culinary positions. It is, you know, financial positions. It's a lot deeper than that. So, you know, the opportunity for local communities is immense. You know, once you start going into, you know, the lodge space in more remote areas, you know, that creates a whole world of other opportunities for guys to produce, you know, food and products, for example, localized products. We source locally in terms of procurement. So if you look at your furnishings, your fit out of a hotel, there's a localized element that comes from that as well. So we've got so much talent. You know, we just need to sort of break the mold. I think a very key word to any of our partners, owners, developers is we bring that flexibility, right? And we open up those procurement networks, you know, beyond just what is typically required by a brand in terms of their sort of preferred service providers, which in a lot of instances is globally sourced, right? So we want to open that up and bring more of the local sourcing into our hotels, because that also contributes to that unique feel.
And I want us to talk about the API Summit. Are you just kind of able to, which is a major event, and what do you see as the biggest challenge and the biggest opportunity for sustainable growth in African hospitality?
Yeah, so I think a big topic, especially over the last 2 years in the hospitality space, has been how do we make hotels, profitable, financeable, and sustainable over the long term.
Yeah.
I think COVID led to sort of the business model being scrutinized around hospitality. How do we get that business model back on track, right? So that includes, the development cost side, so all of your design aspects. How do we design a hotel that is costed for the business that we build around it? So that's an incredibly important theme, and out of that is evolving how the business model is changing in terms of the hotel model, and that's where Valo has stepped in. So internationally, hotels typically are managed by entities like ourselves, independent management companies, not necessarily the larger brands. To give you a stat, for example, in the US, about 80% of hotels, branded hotel supply is managed by independent operators. So that trend has sort of been lacking in Africa. But over the last sort of 5 years out of COVID, we've shown the value proposition to owners. We have a bit of a harder fight to fight because we're not necessarily selling a fancy name on a building, but we're selling a business model. That's really what we're selling. A service solution. So that model is now starting to gain a lot of traction. And finally, we're getting to a point now where owners and investors can get back to the returns that they saw before COVID. They have a partner that supports and helps them and guides them from the very beginning. And that's required because a lot of owners and developers in the hospitality space in Africa, it's often their first time. It's their first time building a hotel. And the hotel business is complex. It's not as sort of straightforward as other commercial real estate like offices or retail, which is largely built on like a lease model. Hotels are a variable income model, so it's very different, and owners require that guidance. And then what we've also seen is a lot of our existing owners, pension funds, as an example, they're putting a lot of money into the hospitality space because in a lot of markets, for example, currencies are quite volatile. So real estate is a play on, capital preservation. It's a way to generate foreign currency. So they like partnering with entities like ourselves because we can develop a portfolio of hotels with them and effectively differentiate each of the hotel products with different brands, with different look and feels, different styles of product across business hotels, boutique hotels, lodges, resorts, etc. So it's really a powerful and interesting model for the continent, and we're excited to be part of that growth.
Yeah, I just wanted to find out something. I mean, let's look at the future of tourism. How does technology and innovation drive both profitability and sustainability? Because I was just talking about it that, if I travel myself, right, I always make sure that there's a hotel that I book into. There's bed and breakfast, like you spoke about the experience. It has bed and breakfast. It will ensure that, because for me, breakfast is very important. It's the first meal of the day. And when I book them, I always look at that. I say, do they have breakfast? Is that? But how does technology make sure? Because that's what they advertise when I go and do the booking. Say we have breakfast that is available. That's for free. I don't have to pay for breakfast.
Yeah, so technology is it's growing so quickly, and it's being adapted to the hospitality sector in many ways, right? I think from a user perspective, that interface in terms of being able to see a lot of options, make the booking process, the check-in process much easier while you're on property, being able to engage with different services, like the spa or ordering room service or, booking a tour or something like that. From that perspective, right, technology has expanded significantly. From a management perspective, in terms of supporting the business side, that's also evolving, right? So that is feeding into dynamic pricing. So for example, if there's a slower week in a particular market, you can use adaptive AI to play around with rates as an example, right? Or push out specials in terms of food and beverage on your platform.
Yeah.
But honestly, at the core of any hotel experience, it is about people, right? It's about the people, and that is irreplaceable. From your experience, you're not going to go on a holiday and spend time in a resort and, engage with an app during your stay and not see any people, right? The people create the business. We're a people-centric industry, and that will never change. But in terms of ease of use, the tools are phenomenal, and it continues to improve.
Alan, thank you so much. It trust me, Alan, we can chat the whole day. Alan Ventenaar, who's a business development manager at Africa Vala Hospital. Thank you so much for coming through, and we appreciate it. Hope to talk to you soon.
Look forward to Javulani. Thank you for your time.
Okay,
appreciate it.
Cheers. That was Alan Ventenaar there, chatting to him regarding, about the African hospitality. Very interesting stuff, guys. When you always book for a holiday, always check, do they have breakfast? I do that all the time. 11:31 Central African Time. Good morning.
From the villages to the bustling cities, where our cultures blend. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802. Your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa.
Emhlabeni akunamuntu owafika nomuntu ngiyabonga wangenza umuntu umntana omuntu angisona isigwili kodwa kuwena nginikela nganansi nkephu yobukhathikhathi bothando olungenamathizethize awamuhle siphalaphala amehla ecwebezela ngathi anembalabala bhala amabhalana umntana omuntu usemuhle ngathi uyalaya ukuthi face ikhala eceleni kwamakhala muhle ngathi uyadlala awuyabona lona ngeke ngimyeke ngiyohlala naye ebuhleni nasempini yemina seseni lona ngeke ngimyeke noma bengathi undlesile udala intando yakho ifake kahle ngeke ngimyeke ngamane hlale kanjena nodala lona ngimfele enhlizweni ngaphakathi enengingenza noma yini uzohlala uhappy mama ngeke ngimyeke lona ngowami ngimthanda ngempela ngithanda yena futhi ngizizwa ngihappy mangihleli nawe yazidala ngikutele wemamezala ngicela uvula masango isingi yami leyo mbali ngelosi angisikhethele yena futhi ngimyeke udala noma kuthiwa ngithanda ngeke ngimyeke ngiyohlala naye ebuhleni nasempini yemina seseni lona ngeke ngimyeke noma bengathi undlesile udala intando yakho ifake kahle ngeke ngimyeke ngamane hlale kanjena nodala lona ngimfele enhlizweni ngaphakathi enengingenza noma yini uzohlala uhappy mama wena bayakhuluma voicemail anginankinga uthando lwethu lubaphatha kabuhlungu siyabagulisa sibaphathisa iflu nithi hospitality fake iphilisi babilisi sebasangele emakhanda abo bathi nikshini hospitality faka lehlisa unspoon feed ngeke ngimyeke ngiyohlala naye ebuhleni nasempini yemina seseni lona ngeke ngimyeke noma bengathi undlesile udala intando yakho ifake kahle ngeke ngimyeke ngamane hlale kanjena nodala lona ngimfele enhlizweni ngaphakathi enengingenza noma yini uzohlala uhappy mama hayi mangicabanga ukuthi angithuke ikhanda lami livele zule ingqondo yami ivele ijule kuze umaluma kolona enkana kavume ngizamile umaluma kunenkani exoxa noma ngumthengela uphiwo nenzondo sethu sefuna lembozo unesono akusimile ngathi yabo mahlalela ngesono ngiyohlala naye ebuhleni nasempini yemina seseni lona ngeke ngimyeke noma bengathi undlesile udala intando yakho ifake kahle ngeke ngimyeke ngamane hlale kanjena nodala lona feel it this way ngingaphaka and ngingenza noma yini uzuhlala uhappy mama wedali sebengibisa ngoma bona bulawa sengiyasabisa mama since nginawe ngiyakhumbula mina bathi ngimyeka udali manje pushing through love
It's 11:36 Central African time. Music from Duzi Ngube there. It's called Ngeke Ngimyeke. Oh, I love this song. Such an amazing song. Welcome to the third and final hour of the show where we are getting into Artist of the Week. Today we're talking to Duzi Ngube, who was born in 1995 in a place called Hammarsdale, KwaZulu-Natal, KZN, South Africa. He's a renowned Afropop singer and songwriter growing up in a musically inclined family. He was inspired by his sister's passion for singing, which ignited his own love for music. During his high school years, Duduzi formed a music group with friends, drawing an inspiration from artists like The Soil and Akon. Despite aspirations of becoming an engineer, his unwavering passion for music led to him to pursue a career in the music industry. Du, good morning and welcome to Channel Africa on Out and About.
It's
Kona Bab. Take us through this song Ngeke Ngimyeke. When I was listening to your song, I've just said like, ngiyabibi take nje. Like I was like, wow. Amazing production, bro. Amazing production. Amazing stuff. So I see, is it an Afro-pop song?
Yes, it is an Afro-pop song. Since you have said, Uti, let me take you through it. And also Nani Lapto Studio. Well, Ngeke Ngimyeke is indeed an Afro-pop song, basically recorded by Fanatic, which is one of my artists under my record label.
Yeah.
Ngomiyazi isho ngeke ngimyeke, I won't let her go or let him go, basically. Umuntu semathandweni, as the narrator, basically, who in love with this woman or man. Uthi nje noma kuthiwa umndeni wakho uthini abangani bathini noma kuthiwa ungidlisile kodwa still intando yakho isaye kahle because I love him so much or I love her so much. Basically that's what the song actually says. Indeed.
And I see you speak about inspiration yakho from your sister as well. And then later you're inspired by the likes of the Soil as well. When you were growing up, you always knew that you wanted to sing. Or you knew eventually I'm nje.
Of course, I think it's something that has always been deep within me because I grew up in a musical, family-oriented, you understand? So it was always my dream ukuthi nami ngizibona ngilapha, or even without mhlambe fame nani, but as long as I can sing, because lento mangizwa I enjoy it. In each and every time mangizwa umuntu ecula, when I hear melodies, there's that nostalgic feeling or emotion, so it was always within me actually.
And tell me about Blackbird Music. Are you able to go into details about that? Because I guess this is your own recording company, am I right?
Indeed.
Yeah. So what led to the creation of Blackbird Music?
I'd say I've drawn an inspiration basically on how I got into music industry, because I went into music industry basically in 2019 when I was discovered by DJ Deer. Nakhona futhi in a very unexpected way, because bengiloku ngicula njalo ngesikini sami estradini, mina bengumuntu ocula estradini. Just one day he actually discovered me nakhona. I went to his gate. I actually then thought, you know what? If ngathi khaya nami whereby people actually would be able to have a direction ukuthi okay la if singakhona nathi the way umuntu atholakala nathi singatholakala and give people hope, especially those who are in music and those who are striving in music.
And I just love that, you know when I was just saying about the song that we just played right now, Ngeke Ngimyeke, it's got a maskandi in it. I felt a bit of a maskandi. That's what I was saying. There's something. There's something. So is there any inspiration for you? I mean, from the maskandi crew, who influenced you in terms of your sound?
I wouldn't say specifically which there is, but since I play skins, there will be those elements basically, which basically lean on close to Maskandi. But otherwise, I do love Maskandi music and I enjoy it so much. So I think it's an infusement of melodies.
Tell us more about your collaboration with Mafiki Zolo. How was that? For me, collaborating with such a big artist is such a dream come true. How was that collaboration with Mafiki Zolo?
As you said it before, it was a dream come true basically. And something you never thought basically it would happen, but believing that it would. I don't know how did it impact its career, but it impacted it a lot because in reality, and there was stuff basically. So whenever you collaborate with someone like that, legendary, basically, you just don't know what to say or do, but just to be grateful.
And what advice would you give to the young ones, into the music industry, where they think I wanna get in now. I think I'm talented. But what advice would you exactly give it to them? Including I think advise people to own their music because we don't want to see these stories, but we always want people to own their own craft. What advice would you give to young people?
Okay, firstly, it's an advice of heart, and then basically what they are advising is in like the advice of heart is always trust God, man. The music industry, there are a lot of challenges, and it's dangerous. Like way dangerous. Really fast. So be always attentive, focus, and also make Jesus your center. Work-wise, basically, just run. Just do anything because I was on anything and you don't know what you're Pumalanja.
Yeah.
Maybe then get go teach it. Who knows? Some beg you by some beg manje, they understand. But just work hard. Anything basically is possible.
Yeah. And anything. Do you have any projects that are lined up, or what can we expect coming out from you?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I have a single I've just recently released titled Inhliziyo Music.
Okay.
Featuring the guys basically from Media Exam and also Black Betty from my record label. It's doing well because on YouTube it's basically over 100k views.
Wow.
So
that's great.
I have also an upcoming project. It's a body of I think 12 songs or 13.
Yeah.
So abantu abalindele nje kusazoshuba.
And then do you have your own studio or you have to go and record somewhere else or you do something?
I have my own studio.
Okay. Oh, and then even your artist as well. Okay, so which is great as well because it allows a lot of creativity. Whenever you think about a song and you think about a line, you're able to go there and exactly drop. Mduduzi, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Looking forward to playing your music on Channel Africa as well. As we grow, I can't wait. But I'm loving that song as well. That was Mduduzi, who was our artist of the week right here on Out and About. My name is Javulani Nkolele. Thank you so much for joining us.
Out and About with Puleng Molebatsi. Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802. We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet. Channel 628.
Initiating rage process.
Now which kind life where I never see? I carry God so I fear nothing. Steady increase in the commas. Original no be parody. You know fit clear for your memory. Whether now winter or summer, I did Baba does Savannah. Living life, see my fire burning. carry God, so I fear nothing. Steady increase in the commas. Comma. Yeah. London. Steady increase in the commas. Comma.
AUSISA, the Association of Water and Sanitation Institution of South Africa, is a platform uniting Africa's water professionals. This November, Africa leads the conversation on water and sanitation. Join global and African leaders at the AUSISA Africa and Global South Dialogue 2025 from the 9th till the 12th of November at the Emperor's Palace, Johannesburg. From policy innovation, this is where action meets collaboration for a water-secure future. Register today at ausisa-watersun-dialogue.org or follow at AUSISA on social media. AUSISA, working together for sustainable water and sanitation security in Africa. We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet, Channel 628.
It's 11:48 Central African Time. Thank you so much for joining us on Out and About. We are almost about that. In the next 12 minutes or so, Africa Chart Toppers will be coming up through between 12 and 2 with Nolo Matlaila. So today's Mbuyi Vilakazi talks to us about the hottest celebrity news. Just want to find out what's really been happening. We say good morning. Yes, it's still good morning. It's good morning.
It's still a morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How's it going?
All is well. I like your shirt. It's very nice.
Thank you. You know, we're going pink, bro.
I love it.
So tell us about Pumeza and Mngobi, man. For me, I think it was heartbreaking. You know, it's people that I've already known and, you know, grew up in the industry together. I mean, what's going on there?
Yeah, I'm glad it's people you know. You know that they're very private with regards to, you know, their affairs and family. So this honestly came as a shock when it's revealed that they were heading to Splitville. So there's divorce proceedings in place, even though we've not really had anything from them. But I mean, where there's smoke, there's definitely fire. So there's also rumors of, you know, infidelity on Shota's side. Hey, I don't know, but you know, it's sad because I think they were really such a good example, especially in terms of relationships in the industry. So there was such a good template, so shall I say, for a lot of couples, you know, who are in the industry. Because normally, back in the day, we would see relationships of people who are in the entertainment industry not working. But for them, we saw them, they are raising a child that has special needs. They're just this amazing couple that is exemplary to many. So all of us hope, of course, we hope these news are not true, honestly, somehow. But you know what? They are adults. At the end of the day, they will do what they deem fit for themselves. Hey,
and I guess there's no formula as well. I think you spoke about something very interesting to say. You know, it's something that we thought that, you know, relationships will work and, you know, stay forever. You know, people in the industry. I guess there's no formula. You can't say whether you want to decide to date someone within the industry or not. You know, I guess there is no formula when it comes to that.
No, you're definitely right. There's no formula. I think the only issue is if you're a public figure, there's scrutiny from the public. But everyone goes through same challenges, even if you're not in the public space. You know, people who are not in the entertainment industry are also going through divorce. It's just that when you are in the public face, there's more pressure. There's a lot of voices from people as well, and a lot of opinions of people who have no idea of what is really happening, you know, on the ground in your life, you know.
And take us through about the ABC. I mean, they've just pulled off Jimmy Kimmel off air for Charlie Kirk's comments. You know what's my okay? So I think let's talk about that, and I'll give you my view. I've got something. No. I want to say so much involvement about politicians, you know, in terms of how the media gets to be run. You know, that's my worry. You know, to say where's our free speech when it comes to that.
100%. I think this sparks a conversation, very important conversation about freedom of expression, especially in a country that says we're the land of the free, the land of the brave, but as they are a democratic country, but what is happening when people, and when you look at, I watched the clip again today, prior to this interview where Jimmy Kimmel was speaking. I was like, what? I'm trying to find the wrong that he said. So I guess they want people who will always not question things, I guess. And it's not just there seems to be a pattern, when it comes to the current government in America, in the US, whereby if you seem to question the authorities, then you are deemed as an enemy. And also it speaks to who runs these networks, because if ABC decides to put a show, it shows that there's powers who are running ABC who are in politics, and hence I'm so grateful that in South Africa, yes, sometimes there can be blurred lines, but I feel like that there's sort of independence in terms of media. Not entirely, but there's a sense of independence. It's very sad what is happening there in the States, honestly.
Yeah, but I think now in the state it's worse, and I agree with you, because that is a land. I think that's where everyone dreams of. If I really want to get into the entertainment sector, I think about the US. But in terms of what is happening, but I'm also saying that maybe because it's we just have to stomach the next four years. We'll see how exactly things pan out. But tell me, can shareholders stand up and say, no, guys, no, we can't. We don't really want. I mean, okay, well, shareholders are one thing, but can't the CEO and say, no, but this is too much. You are really interfering so much more in terms of our operations.
You see, I think politicians are very strategic, even in terms of influencing who becomes a CEO. So definitely they're not going to have a CEO who's going to be pro-black and all that. They want people who will dance to the tune of their music, So I think it's all those factors. We're all asking ourselves, where is the CEO? Where they have no independence whatsoever. But I think it speaks to that politicians have so much influence. And it's very sad. And there's another lady called, I forgot her name. They recently fired her. I think it's NBC. They said we're restructuring, but we know that it's because of her views. That they're taking her out. Her name is Reed, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of things happening in the state, and it's very sad. But those are the news.
Oh, Mbuyi, thank you so much for coming through. We really appreciate it. Looking forward to catch up with you as always. That's Mbuyi telling us in terms of what. It's so interesting as always. Man, how time flies. Trust me, how time flies when we're having a great time. Good morning.
Is it morning? It's not
it is
yet.
morning. I said, in 5 minutes it's going to be the midday.
I know. And this is where I come in and I promise to get your Saturday party started.
Wow.
Yes.
So what's coming up on Africa Chat Toppers?
You know what? It's always exciting to come do the Africa Chat Toppers, Even if I'm sick, even if it's raining, whenever I get here, I'm on the side. No, I'm just saying. Rain or sunshine, I will rock up for the Africa Chat Toppers because it's exciting. It's uplifting. You unwind from the week stresses. Take off your management cap, responsibilities, take them all off, put on your dancing shoes or your singing voice. Let's get into it. So you can look forward to the viral song of the week. Quite a hit.
Which is what?
It's actually Kamun Pela's Ipat.
Kamun Pela's on fire, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen her on stage?
That girl, she's fascinating, isn't she?
I know the dad, Onisius. I know the dad, Onisius, very well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Onisius. The dad is the manager now. He used to come with Kamon Pela at YFM, I think, back in the days.
Yeah.
Same as, what is the one from East Rand? What is the name of the lady? She's a DJ even from the East Rand. I forgot. Gwenya. Lady Do,
yes. So do you think these ones that are groomed from a young age have longevity in the music space? I've noticed that as well. Kamon Pela, when she started out, we thought she would be a one-hit wonder, but she keeps releasing hit after hit, and not just hits.
dance floor party hits.
And
right?
consistency as well. That's one thing I like about Kamo. Yeah, she's so consistent. She's amazing.
I love it for her. So we're gonna be diving a little bit into the moves that Impati has made, the streaming that he has received ever since it was dropped. The video has gained over 2 million views in 3 days that it was dropped, because every video of hers is well curated with choreography that will blow you away.
I'm just hoping that they're getting what is worth, especially money-wise, regarding the streaming. Because it worries me as well. Because I know we talk about these views and views.
Yeah, but Spotify pays, you know that, right?
Yeah, I know Spotify. Yeah, pays. Even YouTube does pay as well.
Yeah. So I know that Kamampela is doing well. She's taking over also on international spaces. We love that as well. So and aside from that, I'm going to be giving you the gossip, the juice. And the juice. Artists are peculiar individuals and they do bizarre stuff. We want to get into the nitty-gritties of what they've been up to, who's dating who, who's doing what, who's doing who. We're going to find out about that also on the Africa Chat Topics. And then we're going to end the show with our artist spotlight. We do have an artist called Star Naledi, who just released, after years of presenting music shows, she decided to also drop her own thing. And of course, she chose Amapiano as a genre. So we're going to be profiling her debut. We're going to be debuting her song right here on the Africa Chat Topics.
I wish we had more time. I want us one day. I won't forget this. I want us to talk more about Amapiano and Afrobeat. I'm not gonna forget.
That is my favorite topic. I'll remind you.
Next time I see you, let's talk about Amapiano and Afrobeat.
Absolutely.
And I think we're not doing much for Amapiano. I'm sorry about the Afrobeat stars, but we're not doing much for Amapiano.
There's a lot to unpack there, but
there's a lot. Please,
let's have a whole show on it.
Thank you so much. Notice coming up from 12 to 2 on Africa Chat Topics. Thank you to the out and about producer Anneliso Avelemo, Tinker operator TD. Yes, thank you so much, man, and keeping us updating what's happening around the world. My name is Javulani Nkolele. Stay tuned to Channel Africa, the African perspective. Until next week, good boy.